So people have done CSE 110, 111, programming languages, data structures, algorithms, and they thought that okay, now that we have done these languages, these courses, no more programming. Little did they know that when they reach the full level courses like 420, 422, 423, you have to say hello to programming again, especially Java. And there's another language which you can say hello to, and if you use this language, none of your teachers will stop you. They will say you can use any language, but they know very well that only language you know is Java, and some people know Python. Now many think, okay, I don't need Python, I will just go with Java. First thing is 422 will force you to use Python, so you have to do it, you absolutely have to. And for the other courses, like 420 or 423, it's better if you use Python, trust me. It will make your life easier. So that was the intro. And now, let's go to the real stuff. So how did I get to this page? It was very simple, guys. I wrote on Google, the one who has almost all the answers, Python download. Very simple line, Python download. And then this thing showed up. There are two versions, 3.7 and 2.7. The one I need is 3.7. Okay. And I can just press the download button, and then we get to this page. If you're using some other like Linux, Mac, whatever, you have other versions too, you have to click to download. I think you know that already, and this will give you the language, okay? But you still need a good IDE for that, and for that we use Spider, which is also a part of Anaconda. You probably see this a lot in your labs, Anaconda, and you know what's the snake doing in the lab. Well, it's actually not a snake, it's a great IDE for Python. And that will include Spider, which is actually your IDE which you will use, especially in 422. There's another one which is called PyCharm. Even though its name is charming, it's not so charming when you use it because it's very slow, but still it's a great compiler, and it's specially developed for Python. So, and you can see it's written in Java. Isn't that something? Anyways, so this is all for your part, and now when you have downloaded the files, you will get these files. This is the Anaconda file, which is almost 500 megabytes, 461 to be exact, and this is the Python file, which is for 64-bit. It will be small, 30 megabyte. You have to install this first and then install this. It's not necessary that you install this absolutely, but installing this will make your life a whole lot easier. And this is Anaconda. Once you install this, you will get something like this. Okay, when you go to a search, you can just write Anaconda and Anaconda Navigator shows up. You see this a lot on your labs. It will take a lot of time because it loads a lot of things. While it's loading, what should I show you? XAMPP you already know from 370. Note++ is an amazing software. It helps you to do almost check out any language, and there it's ready. Now you have Spider. This is the one we are interested in. You have to click launch, which is a great thing to do, and then you will get this. Alright, so now we're going to do a simple print. Look, notice that I didn't write anything called class. I didn't write anything called public static void main string arguments. I didn't write any system.out.print. I just wrote one line of code. These are not codes. You can just remove them like this and the code will still run. This is just one line and one line only. Okay? So, how do you do this in Java, by the way? Now, isn't that something? Let's go. You have to write a class. You have to write public, static, void, main, string arguments. Don't forget the brackets. You have all of these brackets. And then you have system.out.println 422 easy. Notice that in Python you don't have any of these. There's nothing like this over here. It will actually give you an error, or it won't. You don't need this. See? Life is a lot easier. This is 4 lines of code minimum, or 3 you can say. So that's a basic difference. There are lots of things than just a number of lines of code. Python gives you a lot of libraries and lets you do a lots of stuff in seconds. What else should I show you? Well, in Java you used to show, okay, I think that Java Python comparison should, okay, fine. In Java you wrote public void something, void you think, okay, method, and then arguments, blah blah blah. In Python you do that with def. Now there is one thing and which is very annoying in Python. There is something called, like, how should I say this? Okay, if I write you will see yourself. First lab or something. You don't have to write, just write T. See that yellow mark over here? Unexpected EOF. Now this is something like every single space you give, every enter, see there's a line of code. So you don't do this. Java doesn't care about this, but Python is serious. No extra spaces, my friend. And by the way, what's T? In Java, you used to do this like this, int T, and if it's a string, you have to write string T. Oh no, my friend, in Java, in Python, you just write T equal to whatever. So if it's an int, you just write this. And then you can just print T. Now this code will be happy. By the way, how do you do comments? Just, you notice this here already. Just use the hash, which you love so much. And then you have to run it. Do we need a public static void main? No, just write. Annoying. Now there is one very important thing I want you to notice. Look, I am pressing run again and again, but it seems that my method is not running. Okay? Only CSE422 is easy. But I wrote here print T. I want this. So is my code a problem? Yes. This is where it's different. You cannot have this space. That means you're still doing this. So it kind of became a recursion. To understand, make Python understand that you actually have finished your method, you don't have any brackets. So what do? You just put him on the same line. And amazingly, see, 8. Now that it's here, Python understands, okay, he's done. Whatever you do, you have to do in this space. Let's see what happens, right? Okay, so we see 3 8s over here. Why 3? One for this, one for this, and one for this, right? Actually, this is the first one, and then 2 for this. So how do I understand? Is this being counted as a print from this method, or is it an outside print? Let's see. We can easily find it if we make this a comment. Now we don't expect any print because I didn't call it. Oops. 8. That means they are not counting this as the method. They're counting this as, since you have put them in the same line, it's being counted as a separate issue. No, brother, you put this easy, that's why it's happening. No, see for yourself. See, it's still the same thing. So close. It doesn't matter. Just this little space have made the difference. But everything else is kind of same in Python and Java. Almost, not really same. In several ways they are same. For example, in Java I used to write AND like this and OR like this. Sorry, not like this. Where is it? But in Python you just write AND. You just write OR. Oh, I forgot to show you. So this is an int, and if you want a string you can just write, and then it will be a string. Simple as that. You don't have to write string t like you did in Java. Python is very smart. It makes your life easier. So I think that's enough for one video, and there are many other things you can see. I will put, if you want a cheat sheet, there are lots of cheat sheets available in Google where you can easily understand the differences between Java and Python. Don't be a fool and try to learn Python completely like, okay, so what's a loop, what's a method? You already know the stuff. Just try to learn how do you do method in Python, how do you do inheritance in Python, how do you do dash in Python. You already know the concepts, you just have to know how to do them in Python. So don't let your Java go to waste. Use that knowledge to learn Python in one day or two. So best of luck.